Trump's rice demand derails U.S.-Japan trade talks, a risky move for global trade. Trade negotiations between the United States and Japan have hit a serious roadblock, and this time, the stumbling block is not technology or tariffs on steel, but rice. According to reports, the Trump administration has insisted that Japan purchase more U.S.-grown rice, a demand that Tokyo has strongly resisted, calling it unacceptable interference in domestic agricultural policy. This latest demand has caused Japan's chief negotiator, Ryusei Akazawa, to cancel his planned visit to Washington, signaling that Tokyo will not be pressured into making concessions that it views as unfair or politically damaging at home, a miscalculation in negotiation strategy. While President Trump's approach to trade has always been aggressive and transactional, this specific demand risks backfiring. Japan had already agreed earlier this year not to impose new agricultural tariffs and was working toward strengthening bilateral trade ties. By adding an additional and politically sensitive demand at this stage, Washington may have undermined the trust that had been built over months of talks. Japan's rice market is not just an economic issue, it is a politically charged topic with deep cultural significance. For decades, Japanese farmers have enjoyed strong protection from foreign competition, and any sudden increase in imports could face intense backlash from rural constituencies. Tokyo's firm stance suggests that it would rather delay the trade deal than risk domestic political fallout. Economic and diplomatic repercussions, the timing of this standoff is critical. Both countries are seeking to advance a $550 billion joint investment package aimed at strengthening supply chains, infrastructure, and technological cooperation. Japan's demand for an amended U.S. executive order to avoid overlapping tariffs shows that Tokyo still wants a deal but expects mutual respect for prior agreements. If this issue is not resolved quickly, the standoff could slow progress on broader economic cooperation between the two allies, potentially giving space for other global players, such as China or the EU, to step in and expand their economic influence in Asia. The bigger picture, this episode reflects a broader pattern in Trump-era trade diplomacy, pursuing short-term political wins at the risk of straining long-term partnerships. For Washington, forcing Japan to buy more rice might appear to support American farmers in the short run, but it risks alienating one of the United States' closest allies at a time when geopolitical tensions in the Asia-Pacific are already high. The smart move now would be for both sides to de-escalate, return to the negotiating table, and focus on areas of shared economic interest, such as digital trade, clean energy, and defense technology, rather than letting a single agricultural demand derail the entire process.